New audio released by the Department of Justice of members of the Oath Keepers allegedly making preparations for violence before January 6th.
If the fight comes, let the fight come. Let Antifa go. If they go kinetic on us, then we'll go kinetic back on them. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for that. If things go kinetic, good. If they blow bombs up and shoot us, great, because that brings the president his reason and rationale for dropping the Insurrection Act. If we're going to have a fight, guys, you want to start now while he's still commander-in-chief. You do not want to waste this opportunity and let him feel like he has no support. It would be to go into D.C., but I do want some of those keepers to stay on the outside and to stay fully armed and prepared to go in armed if they have to. So if the shit kicks off, then you rock and roll.
Federal prosecutors played the audio from the Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes on the second day of the group's seditious conspiracy trial. It's the first major piece of evidence that prosecutors have used to establish the plan by the far-right group to allegedly descend on Washington, D.C. and oppose the lawful transfer of power. Rhodes' ex-wife, Tasha Adams, is with us now. She did help Rhodes start the Oath Keepers, which she has since said she regrets. Tasha, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You've obviously known Stewart a lot longer than the rest of the world and in a lot different ways. When you hear that recording, what do you hear?
It's just how Stewart talked. I can't count the number of times I've heard, there was a quote in there, I was so familiar. Don't make it easy to pop you with a conspiracy charge. And toward the end there, this was a phrase I heard again and again and again. And it's interesting that someone finally recorded him saying it. I heard him say it. He would huddle his guys up like a football team before they went out and give them a lecture on conspiracy and why they're at risk for it. And that's part of that is because he was so good at walking those legal lines. Each individual act would, in most cases, be considered technically legal, just not when you put it all together, when you look at what they were, planning to do eventually.
Let me actually play the exact clip you're talking about there, where he refers to the notion of a conspiracy. Let's listen.
We're in an era now where everything you say is being monitored. Right now, this phone call is being recorded by the NSA and the FBI and CIA, I'm sure. And everything you say can only be used against you. So that's why you guys got to have discipline. Don't make it easy for them to pop you with a conspiracy charge and do to you what they did to those guys in Michigan, because they got them hot on the collar, probably after a few beers, and got them talking smack. So be disciplined.
So you hear his legal mind, Yale Law graduate, his legal mind at work there.
Yes, and that is just something he was hyper aware of at all times. You even hear him saying this call is probably being monitored. That's how he lived. He even spoke in the House as though he was continuously being monitored at any given time. And it's why I was so afraid he may not be arrested, because I thought maybe he had walked that line just fine enough, but I don't think he did this time.
What's his relationship or attitude toward violence?
He has no limits when it comes to violence. His only limit on violence is what does he think he can get away with. Though he is risk adverse for himself, he doesn't want to get hurt. He certainly has no limits on engineering violence from the other side, from no limits on justifying it for anything that he thinks is a good cause, whatever that may be at any given time. And that can change with someone like him.
How much faith do you believe he had in others to walk the line that he's calling on them to act, and for others to behave in the way he was hoping, namely the former President Donald Trump?
He really believed he could control people with his voice as long as he got in front of them. This is why I did believe that there was a moment where he asked to speak to Trump directly. It sounds like him. It sounds like he was becoming fearful and he wanted to regain that control and he wanted to use his voice to manipulate even Donald Trump.
So, look, this is a court case and a jury could decide that he is not guilty. What do you think happens if Stewart Rhodes is found not guilty?
If he is found not guilty, he rises again. The only thing stopping him from being the great hero on the extreme right was that for a short time there, they suspected he might be some type of informant. Well, now he's paid his dues in that department. He's been in jail. I believe he even said, you know, going to jail would help him in the movement, at least in the eyes of the movement. There's nothing, if he's acquitted, stopping him from rising up, becoming a great hero and a martyr and a leader all at once, and doing this again.
Tasha Adams, we do appreciate your unique perspective on this. Thank you.